Coming up on Point News, say goodbye to using quarters in the parking meters and no need to run out to pay. The new way you can feed the meter just by picking up your phone.
Plus, a Pittsburgh woman says there's a major problem inside her home that she just can't get rid of. Where's she turned to for help?
The Pirates are giving fans a chance to get up close and personal. We have all the info you need on the annual Pirate Fest. Point News starts now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
Good afternoon, I'm Nick Versola.
And I'm Aubrey Hentgen. Well, it's a problem anyone who is parked downtown has faced, probably at least once or twice, running to the car to feed the meter. Now
That's fine. Now the city says it has you covered. The Pittsburgh Parking Authority held a press conference last week at Market Square to unveil a new app that it hopes will revolutionize parking in Pittsburgh. Point News reporter Brittany Loffer has the story right now.
It's the most frustrating part of James Hill's day, wondering if this will be enough before he can get back and feed the meter again. He often comes back to find a ticket.
It's just one more stress to add to life. You know, of everything in the world that you have to do at your job, why should being stressed out about parking be another thing on top of that?
But the Pittsburgh Parking Authority is making life a little bit easier for James and other parkers.
It's my pleasure today to announce that we have partnered with Park Mobile to provide an alternative method of meter payment for our system, pay by phone.
The easy-to-use app is simple. You'll create an account. There, you can add your license plate and keep up to 5 cars registered. Then you can add your credit card number. To use the Go Mobile Pittsburgh app, you'll need the zone number of where your car is parked. You can find that on your parking meter. There's a sticker. Mine is right here, and my zone number is 4823. I'll use that zone number, enter it into my Go Mobile Pittsburgh app, and I'll be able to complete my parking transaction. The app features even more benefits, besides just paying for parking.
If you're somewhere and you run out of time, you'll get a little text message saying, hey, you have 10 minutes left on your phone, you know what, on your meter, and by then you will be able to put money on your phone. Simple.
It's a compact downtown area, so it's difficult to find spots. You know, the garages, they fill up very early, and sometimes you're only left with finding a spot on the street. And it can be really frustrating when you're trying to pay, you're trying to come back into your car, you have to run back, find your meter, but this new universal thing, it's actually such a game changer when it comes to parking town.
While the app does have many benefits, some drivers are concerned it could be harder to find a space since there may not be as much turnover. Mayor Bill Peduto doesn't think it will be a problem.
Parking should always have around 80% of the spaces taken, so people feel that they can find a spot on the street to park. It also means that you're not charging such a low amount that you're at 100% or such a high amount that you're at 50%.
It's been really frustrating all these years, but I think I can finally be happy with parking because it's all convenience. There's no more of the old-fashioned stuff.
You can download the app by searching for Go Mobile PGH in your Android or iPhone App Store. Reporting for Point News, I'm Brittany Loffer.
Well, I'm glad that they're actually having this new parking program. I mean, it's going to be good for people parking downtown. I think it'll alleviate a lot of stress. I don't know about what you think. It'll be useful for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely thought it was a good idea as soon as I heard it, so good job, Pittsburgh. Well, a local woman says she's dealing with a very disturbing problem inside her McKeesport home, mold. Point News reporter Tashaya Thompson went inside the house for an up-close look at the issue.
Patience Allred says she has a major mold problem inside the McKeesport home she's been renting.
The mold started in June. It was real bad under the sink in the kitchen. In my bathroom, there's wood that's around the window that's in the shower. It's rotted out, real molded.
She says over the past several months, it's only gotten worse.
From there to the bathroom door, the carpet in my room, it got on my air conditioner, my refrigerator, which I paid for them myself.
And through this, you see how easy that presses. Somebody leans on this hard enough, or just with due time, you still see the gap back here and feel it. It's going to come right off. It already came apart. So it's already coming back and forth.
To get help dealing with the problems, she posted pictures on Facebook. Passion says after several long months, she finally got some good news. Her landlord is letting her out of her lease, which means she will be able to move out. I'm Tashad Thompson, reporter for Point News.
The Point Park Student Health Center will continue to offer flu shots to students and faculty. The university nurse says there are still vaccines left in her office after the designated flu shot dates in October ended. They cost $10. Just stop by the Student Health Center Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Restaurant chain Chipotle is temporarily closing more than 40 restaurants due to an E. coli scare in Washington and Oregon. There have been at least 35 different cases of E. coli linked to the restaurant chain. 10 people have been hospitalized. The company officials say only 8 restaurants were in question, but they want to take the proper precautions to avoid this from happening again. They will be conducting food testing at all the Chipotle restaurants and distribution centers in that region.
The owner of a local pizza shop in business for more than 35 years is closing his shop for good. He says it's because of the crime in the area. Steve Negri says that he is closing his restaurant in Observatory Hill because of the city's lack of response to robberies, break-ins, and vandalism. He says that he's lost business because of all the trouble there. Negri says that his 2 employees will move to his new shop in Westview. Mayor Bill Peduto said that he has met with business owners and the city has added police patrols to the area.
Coming up on Point News, voters in neighboring Ohio head to the polls and make a statement on pot, their decision on whether to legalize marijuana.
And despite these temperatures in the 70s, fall is in full swing. We'll have your weekend weather outlook coming up.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
Start your morning with City News.
Start your morning with campus news.
Start your morning with political coverage.
Start your morning with fun.
Start your morning with us, only on Daybreak.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop. Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
We know you're wondering what the A-list celebrities are up to. Well, here at Entertainment on Point, we're wondering too.
Have you heard about James Franco and Seth Rogen's new movie?
No, but have you heard Beyonce's new single? Did you see what she was wearing on that red carpet?
Honey, that was not cute.
Did you see what happened on Scandal this week?
No, I was too busy keeping up with the Kardashians.
No matter what your guilty pleasure is, we've got you covered. Entertainment on Point. Get to the point of pop culture.
Yeah!
The 2015 general election was held on November 3rd, and various government positions were on the ballot. Republican Guy Reschenthaler defeated Democrat Heather Arnett for the state Senate seat, winning 54% of the vote. This means that state Republicans now have a 31-19 edge over the Democratic Party. As for the Pennsylvania Supreme Court race, the Democrats posted much better results and grabbed all 3 open judicial seats.
Meanwhile, in Ohio, voters had the opportunity to legalize both medical and recreational marijuana on their ballots on Tuesday. However, almost 2/3 of the state rejected the issue due to the controversial monopoly that would have been created if marijuana was legalized. Many feared a small group of producers and backers would bring in all of the profits of selling the drug.
The warm temperatures are trying to fool us, but it is November. The landscape is putting on a spectacular show with these fall colors. And that means Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away. As Point Park students get ready to enjoy the break, they won't be traveling home alone. Experts predict 89% of Americans travel somewhere during the Thanksgiving holiday. They also say while families have been spending more over the past few years, this year they're expected to spend about $50.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait until Thanksgiving break. I mean, it's been going by so fast right now, and I don't know, I just can't wait to have fun with the family again.
Yeah, I agree. And having a week off of school is definitely much needed at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we mentioned that the warm weather is here, but your weather weekend outlook is 2 minutes away on Point News.
And since it feels like baseball weather out there, we're talking about those Pirates. The big event taking place, letting fans meet the players and score some much-needed autographs.
As soon as the Steelers get Big Ben back, they face another big loss. Details coming up.
Here at the Pioneers sideline, we get freshmen involved as quickly as possible so they get the real-world experience on air and behind the scenes to set themselves apart in internships and potential jobs. Blaine, where is that video? I needed it in KeyPro like yesterday.
All right, I got you, Chris. But I got a quick question for you guys.
What do you mean the questions?
Just, like,
it's always a
answer me
question.
look.
It's always a... What? Where is he? Blaine!
Blaine!
Blaine! Freshman, you can't find any good ones anymore.
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the second floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Well, we mentioned it earlier, but this weather is certainly a hot topic of discussion this week.
That's right, we're experiencing warm temperatures this week, way too warm for it to be November. So is it going to stick around for the weekend? Let's take a look. Well, today it's Thursday, and the high is a very, very warm 75 degrees, and the low is 59 degrees, which is still pretty warm, seeing that it is November. So I would highly suggest that you guys get outside during today because it might not last throughout the weekend. But let's take a look at the weekend forecast. On Friday, it's still pretty warm. It's 69 degrees as the high on Friday, and the low is 49 degrees, but it will be raining. And on Saturday, the rain will continue, and it will also get chillier. So the high on Saturday will only be 54 degrees, and the low will be 39 degrees. And on Sunday, it gets even colder, so we're seeing those real November temperatures again. On Sunday, the high will be 52 degrees, and the low will be a chilly 37 degrees. So definitely enjoy this warm weather while it lasts. But now throwing it to Nick Versilla with the sports.
Thanks, Aubrey. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers' hopes of repeating as division champions were sadly crushed in a 16-10 loss against the Cincinnati Bengals last Sunday. During the game, the Steelers lost their star running back Le'Veon Bell for the remainder of the season with an MCL injury. The Steelers hope to rebound when they play the Oakland Raiders this Sunday at 1 p.m. at Heinz Field. Meanwhile, the annual Pittsburgh Pirates Pirate Fest will be held at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center on December 12th and 13th. Activities include autograph sessions with current and former players, games, youth baseball clinics, and more. The first day is free and open to everybody in the general public from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. The second day, however, is reserved for season ticket holders. And speaking of the Pirates, the off-season began this week and many questions remain on how the Pirates will handle their 6 free agents after A.J. Burnett and Ramirez retired this year. Pitcher J.A. Happ is also a consideration as well. Neil Walker and Pedro Alvarez are also other players that many speculate could leave the team in the near future. Pittsburgh Pirates star center fielder Andrew McCutchen won one of baseball's highest honors in the World Series this week, the Roberto Clemente Award. The award recognizes McCutchen's contributions on and off the field. Pittsburgh's only other previous winner was Willie Stargell in 1974. Turning now to Point Park sports, both the men and women's basketball teams at Point Park started their season last week. The men's team won both of their games in the Villa Maria Tip-Off Classic, in which the team shot 18 three-pointers in a 118-60 victory over Sunny ESF. The men's team previously shot 19 three-pointers in their first game of the season as well. However, the women's team, on the other hand, lost a heartbreaking game by a score of 63-62 against Nye Bluefield. Point Park was only 2 for 22 from the three-point range in the loss. The women's team will play this Friday at home at 5:30 against Northwestern Ohio. The men's team will also be playing this Friday against Northwestern Ohio, who is currently ranked number 17 in the league.
Well, that does it for this week's Point News. Be sure to join us next Thursday live at 2 p.m.
Have a great week, everybody.
If you're having trouble with your schoolwork this semester, there's a helpful place on campus that you should know about. On the 7th floor of Lawrence Hall is the Program for Academic Success, which provides services like tutoring and academic counseling. The program's Writing Center is specifically designed to help you with your writing assignments, and you can even get help for them online. Students are encouraged to stop in the office, give a call, or send an email.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words, that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.